What? Hey, everybody.
You muted.
I was muted. I can't even say hi to my friends because I was muted. Like, this is the life we're living on this Wednesday. Hi, everybody. Like I said, it's Wednesday.
That's a good idea.
This is like, I don't know. Like, I love it and I hate it. I hate it because of this. Welcome to the show, everyone. I'm Catherine, aka the High Heel Gamer, and I'm stuck with Jack today. I'm not thrilled about this. This is like my least favorite thing.
What is this? What is this called? This is the
Miss America wave, the pageant wave.
I did that. It was me. I was there.
I just banged my table.
We're
Today's
been
a great start.
I'm not gonna lie. Wednesdays are oddly difficult.
They are.
For whatever
I need
reason.
to start documenting. Like, people think that it's just peaches and
It's
cream
just us.
on Wednesday. It's just like, oh, no big deal. Guests just pop up, and Kat and Jack are always prepared. And it's not true. We're
Well,
never
and
prepared.
no, and even when we are prepared, though, it's like Wednesday's just always difficult. Like I got on, and I was like all set up early in advance, and then like everything broke. What's up?
Hey, Matt.
How's it going, Matt?
Yeah, and it's like the whole week, even up until Wednesday morning, like our internet, our cameras, our computers, our mics are all working fine. 5:55, and it's like it all goes to shit. It's like, oh, you need us to work in the next hour or so? No, don't think so. So I'm gonna start documenting like our backstage, behind the scenes stuff.
I think it's one of those things that like we might as well just go live during the difficulties. We can just
Some
witness the
serious behind the
disaster.
scenes stuff.
The dynamic duo. I am not Robin.
Yes, you are, and I will make you wear like tighties.
No way.
The tights and the underwear over the tights. Hi, Sean.
I don't like what that implies at all.
Gremlins. But who would be the gremlin?
Gremlins.
I would be Gizmo, and Jack would
Okay,
be
now that I could, the evil one. Yeah, I could do that.
What's his name? Spike.
I don't remember. Spike.
Spike.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Things. Sean and I.
We should cheers. Do you have something? Hold on.
Yeah.
See if we can work
Where
this
are
out.
you? This way.
Cheers.
Bing. I always have something. I always have the breakdown mug. Do you have the breakdown mug? No, because you're not cool like me.
And I always have delicious beer by companies that should send me free beer. Looking at you guys. Copying.
So now I'm BFFs with two people, Bradford and Sean.
You don't get all the BFFs.
I do, actually.
What's up? Howdy. I love the howdy.
I talk to Bradford and Sean pretty much every day. It's actually the highlight of the day. Like, they send me.
I actually spoke to Bradford today.
I mean, I spoke to him today too. So what are you saying? And I spoke to Sean like several times today. Even though our conversations are very unique, I still hold them near and dear to my heart.
They're very, like you say, they're very unique, but it's like, what is the uniqueness exactly, and how strange is it getting?
How strange is it? It's not getting strange per se, but we've definitely established a niche in our friendship. Like, our friendship, it has a specific topic all day, every day.
Oh, really? Is it me?
No, we don't waste our time talking about you.
Well, the gremlins are the cause of the problem. We totally didn't even get that right at all.
No, not even close.
That makes perfect sense. I actually totally understand that.
Now I get it, but before I wasn't.
Explanation.
Yeah. Thanks for dumbing it down for us, Sean. I'm glad we can always count on you.
Basically.
I've been wearing my mask all day today, and my lips are like so dry. Sorry, guys.
That's 2021 problems right there.
Yeah. Nope.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I love how people are realizing all these terrible apocalyptic movies and stuff took
Sean,
place
who
in
the hell
2021.
are you lying to? Like, don't lie to him like that. It's not nice.
Right.
I don't think
my sound effects and I are loved, right?
no.
It's not just about my look.
Sean, do not encourage this bad behavior. Don't do it. So for starters, there's been a couple of changes going on.
I did, Jordan. You're
what?
Right. He's like, he's busting out the laugh track.
So I hope
I'm trying to learn how to like mime these things. Go ahead. You were saying?
Anyway.
I'm totally serious.
True to my word, 3 months ago, I've decided to do what I said I was going to do and be more active on our Instagram page because, you know, lazy people don't do shit. So I decided to be proactive for once. And I've been posting verses, trivias, and fun facts. And I hope you guys are having fun with that
Mostly
shit.
just facts. Let's be honest. They're not that fun.
Jack, if you haven't fucking seen it, you don't get to comment on it.
I voted on one of them.
Okay, exactly. So if you haven't seen it, shut up. There is now a Linktree link on
that was awesome.
on the bio section, so you can find our YouTube channel, our web site, all that good stuff. And you guys can @ me because I don't do Twitter anymore. So yeah, I know it's been fun. Next month will be a whole. I think I'm going to keep the fun facts. Do you guys review indie comics? We do. It's
been known to happen.
Do I say it now or never say
yes!
it? Like,
no, I'm just teasing. No, it's fine. The difficulties, look, the difficulties of I love how our show's so unformatted. We just showed up. It's because we've been chatting for like 10 minutes and having our drinks, and then the show starts, so we're already there. The difficulties of booking guests has landed on top of Kat's head in the past 24 hours, I think.
No, more than 24 hours.
Like, yeah, it's like a
last
wonderful.
Wednesday.
It would make a good like episode of something. It's just watching you sit there like you.
Dude, it's like crack right now. I'm like, replies, send out 3 emails. Replies, anybody? Hello, is this thing working? Like, I sent myself an email to make sure my emails were working. I'm like, oh, it is.
Oh my
Nobody
God.
just wants to talk to me.
Things have gotten bad.
Yeah, things have gone downhill. But yeah, we do review indie comics. I guess I have to be honest. Okay, I'm just gonna have to rip the Band-Aid. So I'm not one to sugarcoat things. If I don't, okay. So I do read indie comics. I will not tell you if it sucks or not, because I'm not in the field of telling people that their crap sucks, because it's not. I don't have a high standard in life, I guess, or a high. What is it called? I'm not like Stan Lee or Jim Lee. I'm nobody important, but I do have certain tastes, and I'm peculiar, specific. I don't know. So if I don't like the comic, I usually just tell people, thank you. Come again. Thank you. Come again. So I will be more than happy to read your comic. I will not give a review because I don't want to be mean.
I love when you start with the assumption. What you're saying is like, we do reviews,
We
but
do.
expect an honest
Yeah.
review. We do book people pretty far out, guys. So if you ever want to email us, you can email us at info@issueswithshow.com.
Well, because I don't want to be rude to people. They work hard on their comics. No, my big thing is like I know you guys work hard on what you build. Like I know it. I can't draw. I can write. I can't draw. So I never want to be like, oh, this isn't my cup of tea. Without, and I don't know how to do that without sounding like a bitch, apparently, because I've had many people tell me I could have said it nicer, and I'm like, I thought I was saying it nice.
And you know, we it's funny that you ask though, because we send out a whole bunch of emails and try to follow up with people, and it's every Wednesday. It's Wednesday when everybody responds. I was saying this to Kat earlier, and she was like, because a bunch of people didn't respond that were supposed to respond for this week. And those of you who do respond and are booking with us, we really appreciate the diligent responses. But yeah, just shoot us an email and we can get you booked out a week or two in advance. Yeah. You know, it's
and like I still want to like explain myself. Like, you know how some people are Marvel or DC or Image, but they don't like every but they don't like every superhero story. That's kind of like where I'm at. Like I like stories. Just don't be offended if yours isn't like my cup of tea. Not necessarily I don't like it. It's just not my style. Does that make sense? Does that sound nice? I'm working on sounding nice. Like that's my goal for 2021, to try to sound nice. Matt, please, if you have a comic that you would like us to look at, please send it in.
You'll love them.
I'm sure I will. I just want people to be prepared that I'm picky and it's not because I don't like it or appreciate their hard work. It's just some things are just not my style.
Well, let's see. What is your style? What are you reading right now?
I am.
I started something.
You did. Matt, send it in anyway. Like you never know. Like I'm so fucking random with the shit that I read. Like send it in anyway. Like please don't let my shit discourage you from sending it. Send it in. You never know. I am reading Ronin. And I'm still waiting for like issue 2.
Mm-hmm. I get so frustrated waiting for stuff. So after Doomsday Clock, I was like, I'm not going to do that to myself again. I'm just going to get them as they come out and wait and then read them when they all.
And then of course, I just got the Kickstarter for Void Beast. So once I'm I know, I'm like super excited. I got it and I was like, oh yay. So I'm reading that.
I need to see. I think we have one coming. The WTF and Issues With.
Yeah. What am I reading? I feel like there's something. Damn, what's Run DMC's book called? The book from Run DMC. I'm on like book 2 out of 3.
Is that what it's called? The book from Run DMC?
I don't know what's his book title name. I just know I have it and I really wanted it. Anyone else reading Batman 3 Jokers? What?
Wait, are you not aware of the book?
I might be.
Oh,
but
I'm
we all know.
Aware, but I have not read it, all of it. I've read pieces. I've been bouncing around in the DC Batman world on comics, Dimitri, and I've sort of like touched on it, partially because I saw some variant covers I had to have.
Yeah, I actually do have this, but because Zach is like super like all about the Joker, I don't get to read Joker stuff anytime soon. Like, because he reads it and then buries it somewhere, and I'm like, hey, I wanted to read that shit too. So a lot of the Joker stuff gets buried and whatnot. So
it's awesome.
It's awesome. Good. I'm glad. I'll eventually read it once Zach hands it over.
It's awesome.
Fucking bane of my existence.
Bane. I give it back to you, the people. Jordan, that's a dare.
Did you give Matt our email address?
It is in the comments.
Okay, Matt, send us your shit. What are you reading?
What am I reading?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
The screen mostly right now. No, let's see.
Like
Venom took me into the King in Black. I mean, that's kind of like the thing on my mind, but there's 2 issues out, and I get them and I read them, and it's a little frustrating because I am like, but yeah, you know,
you're like, what?
I'm jonesing for the next one, but I was reading Venom, and so it's like that's the world I'm wrapped up in. I'm catching up on a lot of stuff. Like honestly, I've been keeping the new Wolverine comics coming in, but I've not been reading them because I'm like I'm just gonna catch up after that. I've got about 15, which I have this weird obsession with. Like and comic readers, I feel like this is pretty rare. But does anybody else obsess over like if you only have 2 or 3, like don't want to read it yet?
No.
Like I'm gonna give them 4 or 5, and then when I've got 4 or 5 in my hand, if it's like an ongoing series, I'll sit down and read them. If I like them, I'll keep doing it. If I don't, then I'll give them up or sell them or something or trade them or whatever.
No? That's not it. The only time I do stuff like it's like limited run, like 3 or 5, and then I know that it's ending. But usually I'm so impatient, I just read it right there. Like
The King in Black is possibly the greatest book of time, or currently anyway.
Yes, I did see the Venom 2 movie trailer. I did see that they're announcing that. Right now, I'm not even gonna lie, like I've been nose deep in video game news. So the Indiana Jones game was announced with a trailer. The Star Wars games have gone back to Lucas films and whatnot, and so they're going to release an open world Star Wars game. Yeah, so I've been nose deep.
Sounds good, right?
It does, and that's what I'm hoping. I'm not a big Star Wars video game fan to play. I do enjoy that's one of the games that I enjoy somebody else playing and me watching. Like I watched Zach and my brother-in-law play Force Unleashed. So that was a lot of fun. But I don't know, me playing them I can't get into it. And I love Star Wars.
What was the one that was supposed to be really good and supposed to be open world, and it turned out there was like 3 maps, and if you wanted to play any other characters, you had to like pay or like, you know what I mean? It was like it got everybody really frustrated, but it looked awesome, and it was like almost open world. Does this strike? Like I keep blanking on the name, but it looked great, and you sat down and you were like, man, I just like it's like little map started up and everybody's running around shooting each other, and that was it.
I love Star Wars shit so much that I got the Star Wars expansion for my Sims 4.
Does that mean you're a Star Wars fan or a Sims fan?
Both.
These are the deep questions.
Because I want to have sex with Kylo Ren and have his baby and see if the baby's born with the Force. Goals, people, goals. Did you know what I found out? So all this time, I thought like I was like Sith mentality, but come to find out, I'm actually a gray Jedi. I walked the line.
Right.
Do you not know what a gray Jedi is?
I do. I actually do know what a gray Jedi is, but how do you know that you are a gray Jedi? There was something very new age, I have crystals around my neck about you saying, I found out I'm a gray Jedi. It's like when I found out in a past life that I was
no.
So and I happen to be a 3rd master rank double dragon.
So I was doing what was it? I was doing something Star Wars-ish, and I was like obsessed. Like I was in this deep as Star Wars. Oh, when you told me about the Thrawn trilogy.
Oh yeah. Go to the dark side.
Yeah, I have gone there
to the dark side.
When I come back, like I teeter-totter. Zach was like, I know I have those books, and he dug them up and he got the books, and I'm like, let me see what else I can sort of read that won't be confusing. And that's when it popped up, like
Oh, it was like you took a test kind of thing?
No, it
Oh.
popped up and it tells you like what Jedis stand for and all of that, what Siths stand for, and then it had Gray Jedi, and I'm like, huh? And like everything Gray Jedi, I was like, dude, that's me. Like, you can't have light without dark. You can't have good without evil. They walk the line. They can go either way, good or bad. That's me. And I have a purple saber. Now that I took the test for.
That's Samuel Jackson right there. We're not going to dive in. That's a lot to unpack. But let me go back to the Great Jedi. So a lot of people, one of the things I thought was cool is a lot of people thought that before
Samuel's not the only one with the purple sword, but they're great.
Saber now. But that the end, I guess it was like at the we're getting the Last Jedi confused with what's the name. There's Force Awakens, and there's Last Jedi. What's the one I'm missing?
Empire Strikes Back.
No, what?
What are you saying?
Oh, you're getting Twitter comments about that.
I'm not fully paying attention to you. I'm reading the chat, so you're just naming things. I'm like, what is he saying? Oh, I gotta pay attention.
Out of the new trilogy, the new three,
Rise of the Skywalker,
Last Jedi. Okay.
Force Awakens.
Now I'm just lost. Anyway, the one that ended with like Luke, it's like when Luke's in the temple and he's refusing to train her. There's this emblem on the floor that is like the symbol for the Grey Jedi, and a lot of people thought that this was all setting us up to like see, the Last Jedi or the Grey Jedi, but it didn't happen. I thought it would have been awesome. I like the theory that the Jedi might actually be the problem, that like the idea that Darth Vader would bring balance, and in a way was like more, about he succeeded.
Last Jedi, not Rogue One. Rise of the Skywalker.
I'm gonna let you take all the heat for this.
I don't care. I really don't care. Like The Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and then Rise of the Skywalker. I don't care what anybody has to say. I've had like the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, so I don't care. If my brain is fried and I can't remember Star Wars shit off the top of my head, I don't care what you have to say. So, with that being said, I'm a Grey Jedi with a purple lightsaber.
Love it.
Thank you. Have you read
Saga?
I have. So I don't know if you was here for the conversation, Sean, but I get confused reading the Star Wars books because of the unique names that they give the planets, the animals, and the people. So I end up getting confused. Like I get confused with regular material. I'm just gonna be honest. So when it comes to fantasy books, I get super lost and confused. So I usually just read the Cliff Notes.
Are there actually Cliff Notes for all these things?
Well, I mean, StarWarsFandom.com.
Well, I gotcha.
So, but according to Zach, Lewis, and Jack, the Thrawn series should not confuse me because it's names that I already know and a couple of new planets, but nothing out of the crazy one. Jesus Christ. But yeah, so that's why that's that. So,
Thrawn, I mean, they're good books. They are. Should we shamelessly plug something?
My cup?
Yeah, sure.
Get my freaking cup, damn it. Yeah. What do you want to shamelessly plug? Hangar 66? Do it.
Yeah, we can. So
look at our new website, or one of our
those of you so those of you who aren't aware, WTF Broadcasting is one of the sponsors of Issues With, which is what supports the breakdown, and they now have a new branch called WTF Comics that's launching all this.
I'm so excited.
All this stuff. But so you can go to WTFcomicbooks.com, as you can see up here. And and Hangar 66, which soon will be selling the last remaining copies of the European format larger size book, and then we will be beginning the sales for the American magazine size. And the Pagan is officially up for pre-sale on the digital black and whites,
yeah.
which you interviewed
I did.
David last week. That was fun.
That was a lot of fun, and like I was accused of things, but I had fun talking to. Oh, what'd you say?
What is this, a trial now? Jeez.
So anyway, yeah, I had a lot of fun. Man, I'm just gonna be on my phone and like not pay attention to you.
So
I've got
Phasma. The stormtrooper with the silver armor. Yeah.
I know who that is. That's
I didn't put that together though. Just now caught that.
What, you didn't? I knew that.
Yeah, I didn't link.
But that's what's it's Jack right now. I didn't know she had her own book, but like again, I'll get lost if there's more than 2 planets mentioned. Or
have people read? Has anybody who's in the chat tonight? Have you guys read Thrawn, the Thrawn series? It's like the heir of some. Well, I forget the name of each book, but they're freaking good. I highly recommend them.
But yeah, I talked to David last week, and he was like a lot of fun. A fun in the like, he's so different, you know what I mean? Like he has, yeah, and it was great to have like that deep conversation, because I don't know, sometimes you see these comic book writers and artists and stuff, and you're just like, man, they're like superhuman. That's why they write these comics. But I mean, at the end of the day, they're just like us. So to hear his story and to hear, you know, his path to writing a comic book was super interesting. So if you guys missed out on that, please go to our YouTube channel and watch it. It's really good. Email sent with PDF of first 6 issues. Ooh, fancy.
Matt, do you know what you've done?
Do you know what you've done? I'm going to be busy for the next week or 2.
6 issues. That's awesome, though. Mythica, huh? I like the title.
Yeah, I like it too.
It sounds like a town in New York.
What did you just say? You talking about Ithaca? That's upstate New York.
That's what I said.
I don't like you. But what else is new?
There's so many buttons. I don't even use them all. You don't.
Thank God for small things.
You're just getting me revved up to use them, though. Oh, you know what? Hold on. How do y'all like my Yoda?
Did you just disrespect your Yoda by putting lights on it?
Oh, I put lights on them. Green lights match the saber because I can't get the lights.
No, you put the lights on the fucking saber. Like, why did you put the lights on him?
Did you wrap them around there? Like,
so disrespectful, Jack.
Oh my God.
Do you even know how to treat your Star Wars stuff? Obviously not.
I sleep with it.
I'm disappointed
at night.
I believe it.
I pat it on the head and tell it everything's going to be okay.
Do you make it pat you on the head and say in Yoda voice it's going to be okay?
Good things will be.
Yeah, you see. So.
You know what? I do invite Jordan. Get on here. I want to hear your Bane. I miss hearing Jordan's Bane. Jordan's Bane is amazing.
So you scared me for a moment because I didn't know where the fuck he was going with that. And I'm like, what is he saying right now? Jordan.
Bane, you know.
Jordan, what is happening?
What is your outlook? That's very broad sweeping. Oh, is that for a specific book or like all the future? The future is good. Disney's rolling in the dough and they're Disney and they're gonna keep making stuff. Excited. WandaVision, I'm holding out hopes. You know what?
I'm scared about WandaVision. I feel like it's gonna be cheesy.
You know what? I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a second and what? Anyway, so it's not really devil's advocate. So we talked about New Mutants, which turned out to be better than I thought it would be.
Yes.
Wonder Woman. 1984. Yo, we're gonna go there. We're doing it.
I can't. I fucking hate it.
Oh,
Like,
come
I'm
on.
not even.
So I was rooting for them. I'm being totally honest. I sat down. I got a new internet through AT&T, and they came with free HBO Max. I was like, okay, I'll watch Wonder Woman. And I put on Wonder Woman 1984, and I was like, yeah, I've heard some complaints, but I've not been reading them because I didn't want to have my mind tainted beforehand. And I'm like going into that movie like, come on, Patty and Gal Gadot, and do it. And wow. Have you watched? I'm assuming you've watched it.
Yeah, I watched it the day it came out on Christmas Day, and I was like, "Why does the Lord hate me?"
How many
on
times
his
did you feel
son's
sick?
birthday, why would he give us this abomination?
And it's got great people in it, man. I like Kristen Wiig. I love I will say Gal Gadot. I actually don't really have an issue with her as Wonder Woman. I know people debate
Well, I
that.
had an issue with her at first because I was like, she doesn't fit the profile. But then I was like, fuck it, this is what we're doing with, so might as well get over it.
Pedro Pascal, obviously, big fan. Good actors, but what happened? Is like where to start?
Where to start?
There are times that literally it's like you're in a Marvel movie, and the scariest thing about your bad guy is that he has a light on him, and he's going, yeah, and they're like shooting him with a leaf blower. Like it's.
So I just can't like. Okay, so the last time.
Let's break it down.
All right, fine. If we must, let me just get my big girl light on. So the last time I was like, I'm totally rooting for this movie was Batman versus Superman.
0%.
And then I was like, never again.
Awkward.
And then I saw Suicide Squad after Batman versus Superman, and I was like, okay, let me try. And then Killer Croc came on, and I was like, what the fuck is this? What is this? Isn't it Killer Croc? Mm-hmm. What's his name? Mm-hmm. Killer Croc. Yeah.
No, you got it. I know what you're talking about. I had the same experience.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So he came on the screen, and I was like, what is this? Like, why?
Spend the whole movie too being like, why isn't this just a Harley movie? Why are we even trying?
So with Wonder Woman 84, I had already seen the complaining about the terrible CGI. 84, 85.
Yeah.
85. Wonder Woman 85.
1984.
It doesn't fucking matter because it fucking sucked.
The effects were awful at times.
The effects were awful, and they tried way too hard to put 80s all up in your face. Like, I lived in the 80s, and okay, and I mean this with no disrespect. Please do not take offense to this, and if you do, you came to the wrong fucking show. I lived the 80s, and there were not a single white man break dancing on a cardboard box out in the street. If there
they'd have roller skates.
If there was a white man doing that, he would be up against the graffiti wall cheering them on, but not doing it. So already I'm just like, yeah. Thanks for being authentic. The outfits that she was wearing, I'm like, what is this? And then of course we have the trope that is all the tropes, like nerdy.
Yeah.
We're gonna make this villain nerdy. And
nothing original, and they didn't do a good job of it. They stole that from her. I feel like Kristen Wiig was totally capable of just doing what they were trying to do, and they stole it from her with bad choices. Just
hello, the first 2 seconds was literally Michelle Pfeiffer in Batman, because Michelle Pfeiffer was walking into a building, and correct
doing the awkward,
and her papers fell all over the place, and it was either she asked for help or somebody helped her, and she's like, thank you. Same thing. Like, you couldn't come up with better material than the shit that was done in 80.
Like, the rope doesn't work. Can we talk about the rope for a second? Her lasso. The lasso is one of those things that I understand that period. It's gonna be hard to pull off on screen and have be awesome, right? Like just the idea of a lasso that glows, okay, that's gonna be tough. But the animation mechanics of the rope don't work.
I mean,
Like when
is it
she's
really that
whipping it,
difficult? If Star Wars can fucking do it with lightsabers, why can't they fucking do it with a fucking rope? Like it's
fanny packs. But
yeah.
yeah, it's just like when she was whipping it, it doesn't seem like there's anything in her hand. When she's swinging from it, there doesn't seem to be any weight relation between her, the rope, and whatever it's attached to. The whole scene in the mall is like there's a bunch of swinging around and doing stuff that's pointless. It's like she swung around to just knock a guy down, and then then she whips another guy with the rope and he falls down. You're like, so what was all that? Who are you showing off for? Fool?
Exactly.
Like,
I
and
don't
it just
even get it.
everything in the trailer is the best stuff in the whole
It
movie.
is.
And the lightning is not explained at all. Like she suddenly ends up flying and they don't really explain that. And they had great ideas, but the execution and things connecting weren't there.
The fanny pack thing threw me off too, because if you're in 84, literally everyone was wearing fanny packs. So for her to be like so into the future and be like, don't wear fanny packs. Bitch, everyone was wearing fanny packs. Everyone was weering fanny packs.
Like, have your Trapkeeper in your fanny pack.
Exactly. So for her to be like, no, it was like, you see right there, boom, not authentic to the year. You're shoving the year in our face, but you're not even trying to be authentic to the year
and do it justice. Yeah, like one of the things that also I saw complaints about where people were like the fluctuation of her strength didn't seem to make sense to a lot of people. And I will admit, as I was looking at it, what I saw was their attempt was her powers were fluctuating as she was losing them, but they didn't give us any visual or audio cues for the audience. Like right now, she's having trouble because she's losing her powers.
Yeah,
you know,
it
was
took me
just
a minute too to understand like what was happening, and it was because she made the wish. It was
right.
Things were going down for her. The lightning.
This is an interesting comment. I didn't even think about that though. That's what I mean is filmmakers, they failed. They could have connected that for us. Like one line where she's like, do you know who I am? I'm the daughter of Zeus, or something could have triggered in my head. Like, oh,
or she could have like said something to him and be like, Dad, Zeus, I need you right now. Some shit. Like, fuck, the cartoon Hercules let us know shit before shit happened. Like, why can't, you know what I mean?
And her big moment with what's his name? Steve? I don't know. Yeah. And she's like, I don't know if I can let you go. And he's like, we both know what you have to do. And it's not just the lines or their acting, but you can tell that it's like they're on a set or something. You're like, where's this big destruction? There's like some wind on them. And in the background, there's some things that go by, but we're not buying it, folks.
We're not. It was tough.
And then she's like, walks away and she's like, I renounce my wish. And it's just like, ooh, you guys had a thing here, but you needed to workshop that script.
Had she held on to him and as she's letting go, looking at him, been like, I renounce my wish, and then you kind of see them like
and I don't know, man.
It would have been more cinematic and more sentimental than her just turning around and be like, fuck this shit, I renounce my wish.
The world was like falling apart, and you felt very like, oh, we're all very casual about this, right? We're all kind of like,
yeah. I don't know. It felt too much of a romantic story because I don't know why there's this need to have her have Steve when she's supposed to be the strong lead. Now, don't get me wrong. Okay, I can love someone. I love someone who dies. I mean, I'm gonna be right, Zach. Don't leave me. I don't.
She loves you, man. Marriage and kids, and now she loves you.
Yeah, but like, if you're Superwoman, the it woman for
Wonder Woman. Yeah.
What'd I say? Superwoman?
Superwoman.
They're interchangeable, aren't they? Fuck it.
Gonna give you a couple here. What?
Let me just tell you what wish I would never waste. No, Jack, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Oh, ouch.
Sorry. I like you, Jack. I like you now.
Time. So the monkey paw, yeah, we get it. I get the system. I get the system of everything they put in place, but
greatest treasure.
We didn't
Yeah, it didn't connect. It didn't connect at all. I don't know, like, okay, you're supposed to be Wonder Woman, and even in the in the comics and in the cartoons, the Justice League shit, like they like she fucked around with everyone in the Justice League.
Yeah, and she comes off like much stronger in Justice League. You know what
She
I mean? And the
like
animated thing, that's a
whiny
perfect
in
example of
this
how
shit. Yeah, and I'm like, why are you whiny? Why are you needy? Like, why are you acting like uh Barry Allen right now? Like, why are you whiny and needy? Like, what is this? Like, I don't
well,
understand.
and also how long had it been? And it's like, I don't know. Yeah, it would have been nice to not see a woman pining away for a man instead of focusing on,
Yeah.
you know, the story at hand and
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly my point. Like that's why it ended up feeling like a romance now. Like you end up seeing this montage of her dressing him. Like is he your Ken doll? Like what the fuck? Like
yeah.
the world is falling apart. Let me dress my man.
I also really like I also really like the sorry, that made me laugh.
I'm
I
glad I
also like that there are these memes that are like, it's like, he walks up and he's like, "Hey, I'm a total stranger. I'm a stranger's body, you
yeah.
know, but so let's fool around." Like, what are you doing here? Like, this poor guy has been possessed, and like, then at the end, it's like he shows up, and she has us like, "Oh, I've had that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I know you.
So I
All
get
right,
that
that's
her deepest
cute."
desire is, her
She's
relationship with
cute.
Steve and that losing him made her brokenhearted. She can't move on. But you know what? Life goes on. I've
It's
seen
been like 30
people
years.
never marry again because their love of their life has passed on, but they still live. They still do the things that they need to do. And I've seen people who are widows for like a year and then they find love again. Like she didn't even try.
They move on.
And I'm not telling somebody how to grieve because there's no right or wrong way to fucking grieve. You grieve how
Yes,
you
there is.
grieve. But this is Wonder Woman. That bitch ain't normal. That
Yeah,
bitch is not
yeah.
regular. She's fucking Wonder Woman. Like, why are you like,
It
boo-hoo?
was
It's been
surprising to
100
me that,
years and I
like,
miss
yeah,
Steve. Like,
it was just surprising to me that for all the bluster of the empowerment of the director that we didn't get something more balanced. And then the fact that it's how much money you spend. Let's look it up. How much money did we spend on this movie with bad effects?
I
Let's see.
didn't. I got it for free.
Because $200 million.
Oh, that
$200 million. $200 million. And some of those effects were like
got that cheetah fight. Like,
the cheetah fight.
was
Honestly, it's the rope and like there's just moments of like,
no, the
you're
cheetah
like, what
fight
happened
too
here?
was terrible. That was the truth she was unwilling to face.
But that
Bitch,
she
you're a
needs to.
superhero. Like, what the fuck? Your main
This
mission
is
is to save us. Like, why
this is
are
why
we
people
trying
like us
to do
would turn
this
out to
right
be
now? Like,
villains, I guess. We're cold hearted, so we'd be villains. See,
we would 100% be a
Grey
villain.
Jedi's become villains in the Marvel world.
This is why well, I mean, I teeter the both lines. I'm like, you're a superhero. Get the fuck over it.
Or I'll slap you.
Yeah, like, get your life together. Okay, well, don't get over it, but be a fucking superhero.
Well,
You're supposed to be a role model for strong women to need
I know.
men. Good
Not
job.
in a good
Good on
way.
you. Good on you.
It did kind of feel like Clash of the Titans, and not in a good way, to be honest.
Ooh, wow.
Like, I would have rather watched the original Clash of the Titans with the
That's,
claymation. Like,
yeah, that's a movie I hadn't thought about in a hot minute. Clash of the Titans. I think I've only seen it once in all, if I'm being honest.
I actually love the old one. It was like a favorite of mine as a kid when I would catch it, at 2 a.m. But also, like,
These
I'm
are
old.
better.
I'm not gonna get into how old I am.
But yeah, I
I'm
don't
old
know.
enough to like Echo.
And now we're getting a third one. Yippee! Not excited.
I'm not. Yeah, it's one of those things that when it goes to Netflix, or like if it's free and I'm barely paying. But honestly, this is a movie where I had trouble staying like in my chair to watch it, which is super rare. Like, I tend to be one of those people that even if I don't like a movie, I can be
Yeah.
invested in it purely through, like, breaking down what I'm seeing that I don't like, and, like, this was like, I'll go to the kitchen and forget it's on, you
Yeah.
know?
We sat through it. The kids were like, "No, we're not watching it," and like they like.
That's the wrong button. Hold on. Wait.
I'll allow that one. Yes. And the kids like watching the superhero movies with us and Star Wars and all that other shit, and they were like, "No." Even if it's free and we get popcorn galore, no, they were not having it. They didn't stay. And then Zach and I were like, now Zach will be like, I liked it. And I'm like, who are you being nice to? Like the producer isn't in front of you. You can say you did that shit. Like
It's not. We're not at the party in front of
yeah,
these people.
like it's fine. Gal Gadot isn't right in front of you. You can say that shit sucked. Like it's fine.
I was looking around. I was like, man, Bradford. Where's Bradford tonight? I'm gonna have to send him a message. He'll respond to me because
I already did. I already sent him a message.
Don't like this game.
He said he's good.
And that's the sound of it's been 45 minutes.
Will you?
The new Batwoman. Well, maybe.
I didn't watch the old Batwoman.
Bingo. I tried it. It was too CW for me.
I watched the crossover, what was it called? Infinite Earth crossover. I watched that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm like a huge Ruby Rose fan.
Whoa.
Yeah, like
whoa.
So much. But I didn't really care for her as Batwoman. I don't know, maybe it was because she wasn't really into the role or got hurt or whatever it is. It kind of showed that she wasn't into it. So it's nothing against the leading ladies. I'm just like,
it's something against CW for me. I don't know. I just never quite CW stuff it's very hard for me to like what they do.
So I liked Flash, Arrow, what are the fucking called?
Y'all can hate me. I don't like Arrow.
Galaxy Legends of Tomorrow. I liked all of that. But the problem is with CW is they're not consistent. So Arrow season 1 and 2 are great. Season 3 and 4 are like, what the fuck? Season 5 is like, oh, this is getting good again. And then halfway through season 5, you're like, what the fuck? And then, it's like season 7 and then 7 is done. And you're like, oh, got it. Same thing with the Flash. Like Flash season 1 was good, season 2 was good-ish, and then season 3 you're like, but they're repeating the same storyline as season 1, and you're just like, what the fuck? And then season 4 happens and you're just like, I'm gonna give up. And then next thing you know, I don't know what season it is, but there's a great crossover, so I'm gonna watch that.
I guess they're counting this as a CW show, even though I guess they technically canceled or whatever. But Swamp Thing is like the only CW show I actually enjoyed.
It's one of the ones I didn't watch.
And it even kind of sometimes felt a little too CW-ish for me, but that's okay.
I think they did good. I think they do good-ish. Like they do good-ish. I like that they brought Constantine into Legends of Tomorrow. Like the guy who plays Constantine, he does such a badass job at it.
There's talk apparently about another Keanu Reeves Constantine, which people love to hate on, and I'm like, get over it.
I don't care what it is. I love Keanu Reeves. If I could be a Ruby Rose and Keanu Reeves sandwich.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. I never watched Supergirl though, but I did like Black Lightning. Black Lightning was good. I think it was.
Started part of Black Lightning, and it felt very CW-ish, and I was like, I wish this was part of the Netflix Marvel production style. And it had nothing to do with the actors. It's one of these actors probably could have done better work on a different type of stuff. There's some of the CW stuff that's produced in two 90210-ish for me.
Yeah, I think it's if if the actors had the Netflix writing, then yes, it would be 100% way better than what it is now or what it was, and etc.
Mhm.
But I agree with you 100%. It is 90210-ish. It's like, oh, I like you, but we can't be together. Oh, I don't like you, but we could be together. It's like so weird. I'm like
Yeah.
the Ross and Rachel effect. I know it TV shows had been doing that before Ross and Rachel, but Ross and Rachel were more
That's like how
dominant.
you yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were
I
more dominant because that shit went on for every fucking season. Every fucking season was
right.
like Ross and Rachel shit.
It
Um,
it's just one of those things where you're like, when I like Green Arrow or Arrow, um, I tried watching that and it was like and someone's gonna hate me for this. It was like the first time he was chasing a bad guy on the roof of some buildings, right? And we're seeing the arrow. It was like seeing a kitten bounding behind him. Like, I'm being dead serious. And there's one point where his arms went straight like next to him. They kind of bound up, and I was like, "You're like an antelope. It's beautiful. It's
so
so
majestic.
graceful that I'm totally taken out of this." And I'm like, why is he the arrow? He needs to be in the ballet. This is amazing. And I couldn't watch that. And then it was just
Right.
beautiful teenagers played by 26-year-olds. That's, I
Yeah.
think, part of why I love 90210-ish, and they're doing this love on and off, and oh my god, I'm like,
The one thing
oh, to be white spoiled rich people
The
in
one
the
thing I didn't
CW.
like about Arrow was the flashbacks to when they were supposed to be teenagers, and like all they did was like change their hairs in these bad wigs, and you're just like, aw. But what happened to the wig
Come
department? Like, did we not have
on,
enough
people.
budget? Why are we ordering this shit off of Amazon?
Come on, people. Come on. We can do better.
Wig department, needs the props that they
The
deserve.
Netflix shows are, like Daredevil and Punisher and those things are opening back up,
Yeah,
and being available to Disney. So fingers crossed.
I know.
Hopefully,
I would love to see everybody back.
yeah.
I
Well,
think they were great.
almost everybody.
Iron Fist.
What's the button for that? I don't even know.
I mean,
Great, lots of stuff great about that show. You know who's great about that show? Is the brother, the CEO brother, who's like addicted to cocaine or whatever the hell. He's a great actor. He is tense all the time, and I
you don't
fucking
think if
feel
the
it,
actor
man.
from Iron Fist got better writing, he'd be better? Do you think it
I
was the writing or do you think it was the acting for Iron Fist?
combination, and I suspect he's capable of all sorts of things, but I didn't believe when he punched people, for instance. I didn't believe, and I mean the huge problem for me in Iron Fist was that they just held on to this anxiety. Wait, it's like he's the Iron Fist without balance.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like you guys hung out forever waiting for him. Like at what point does he act like the Iron Fist? Like he goes, okay, I need some balance. There were so many things going on in that show he could have been dealing with, but his own struggle, he was just whiny the whole time. Like,
I
like,
don't know what I've never read an Iron Fist comic. I don't know too much about him. So
he
I
was
didn't
a real,
know
I mean,
what he was
some of it
supposed
was
to be like,
true. Some
you
of
know?
it was true. But you
Okay.
know what? I'm a big believer, and I know this is gonna get. I hope go to the underscore breakdown underscore show on Instagram and give her crap about this.
Don't do.
But I
It's
I
his fault.
I am a big believer when you make the movie, it's a different universe. It's you. There are things that work in a book that don't work on film.
Yes, correct.
It's never gonna work on film, and I respect that you have to make changes to make a good movie sometimes. And that's what with Iron Fist in the show, I felt like there were times I'm like, I don't care what the book is, this doesn't work on camera, and it
Yeah.
doesn't. You know,
Yeah.
like,
He
but
did
yeah,
have
that dude's drug addiction totally believed it. That poor kid. I was like, you're running this company, man. You're stressed. I feel you. You look so stressed all the time. All the lies. He thought he kills his dad, and did he kill his dad? Is his dad superhuman? It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, yeah, agreed. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the act for me, it was him as the Iron Fist in action that I always kind of struggled with. I was like, not buying it. You punch people, and I'm like, not feeling it. Not feeling it. No offense, Mila Kunis, but when I've seen you in Max Payne, I had the exact same thought. Like, she's holding a machine gun, and I'm like, you look like you're holding a toy. And like when she punches and hits people, I'm always kind of like, it's
There was
not.
somebody else. Oh fuck! What movie is it?
Can I thank you, Sean? Thank you. I actually am an Iron Fist fan. I'm gonna put it back up there. I am an Iron Fist fan. I collected the first original run. I also love Sabretooth, which happens to be his first appearance. But like, so it's I think it's great art. I like Iron Fist,
Holly
man.
Berry and John Wick 2, 3.
Oh, really? You didn't believe all her there were, I will admit, there were times I didn't believe, but I like her contact. She would go to throw a punch and that one wasn't quite there, but I loved that sequence.
So okay, so don't get me wrong. I love Holly Berry. Like she's one of my favorites.
Well, yeah.
Sans Catwoman. We don't talk about that. But I don't know when they're in. Yeah, I mean that outfit's hot though. But when he first comes to her, I think it is, and she's like, "I'm not getting back in," and then he like convinces her, and I think it is that she grabs a gun. The way she just grabs it and like, it's just like you've never held a gun before. Like
no, actually, go YouTube. Check out there's a training course that Keanu Reeves got a lot of viral attention for. She did it too, and when you see it, you're like, "Yo, she's killing it." So then,
why didn't she put that into the movie?
She did. I mean, I felt like she did. I honestly was when there were people around. It felt like they were being kind of careful and safe sometimes.
No,
like I could see that kind of, you know, like
she finally agreed, and I want to say it was that she grabbed the gun, and it just was like, oh, that doesn't. It feels like she's never held a gun before.
Oh, I think she does something. She's like, we're gonna do this kind of moment.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And that's when I was like, oh, that's not very believable. The fighting sequence I felt was not up to par as Keanu's, but I felt like it was good. Like she was trying to hold her own.
Right. I mean, and the interaction with the dogs was awesome. That's what impressed me about that fight scene was the combination of everything you had going on, and then you integrated the dogs. I mean, I have a part German Shepherd dog. It's no secret. The whole world knows that I have a dumb dog.
Not dumb.
I love him, but he's stupid. He's a dumb dog. He was not born with a high intelligence. He was over here a second ago. I was going to make him get on camera. This is a dog that runs into a wall, like lights on. Just
stop.
But he's part German Shepherd, but he didn't get the part from John Wick 3. 2 or whatever. He didn't get that part.
That was amazing.
He'd run up to those people and then be scared of them, pee a little bit, turn around and run away, trip on something, bark at his own shadow.
Will always be Jackie from that 70s show. Mila Kunis will always be Meg.
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 Yeah.
Remember that episode?
Shut up, Meg. She's like,
Peter kept saying it, and then Chris is like, Meg. Love it.
Yeah. Poor Meg. We've all had a Meg in our lives.
Oh yeah.
Who's that? Wait,
somebody's trying to throw a kiss at me, and I don't even know him. Do we know each other? Mm-hmm. Jack just sent the shoo 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 shoo.
I can actually do that. That was not pre-recorded.
I like doing the shoo shoo shoo. It's funnier.
Zachary, we miss you.
He left. He doesn't care.
Zach.
He does not care.
You know what my favorite part of that 70s show, going back to that real quick, is Red Foreman. Because Red Foreman is a TV comical caricature of my dad. You know, like there's so many things, those moments when he's like, yeah, if you want to go through your whole life being a dumbass, I'm like, that's just childhood. That's like, who's laughing at this? This is just normal. Loved it. And then I love the fact that if you go back and watch RoboCop, same actor. Drug dealing, assassinating, crazy gun shooting motherfucker kind of thing. And you're like, Red Foreman, awesome. You've been lying about your war career, haven't you? You were just a gun runner.
I liked Mila Kunis in Bad Moms. Bad Moms and Bad Moms Christmas.
I didn't watch it, to be honest.
No, it's fine. It's
Is it good? Is it good though?
I enjoyed it, but it's not like a, oh my God, you have to see this type of thing.
Yeah, I feel you there. But it's like, you know, Bad
Dead?
Santa comedy.
Dead?
What? No.
Oh.
Where'd you get that from?
I don't know, because he said was,
Every
so.
man. Well, because the show's canceled.
Oh. Are you
This is
empty?
empty. You know what that means.
Goodbye is what it means.
I wish I was kidding.
No, I know that's why I laughed, because it's not a joke. It's like for
No,
real.
but it's been fun, you know, to catch up. I've been wanting to chat with you about Wonder Woman, actually. I don't care. I don't care that people like quit hating on Wonder Woman. I'm hating on it.
No,
I'm hating
it's
on it.
not. I'm not on the bandwagon of hating Wonder Woman. I didn't like Wonder Woman. It's like the real
So
story of
disappointed.
it. You know? Just wasn't.
So disappointed. But
we should do this
I mean,
like once every 3 months. Like talk to each other.
we never speak. Why do you sound like we never speak? That's not true. It's not true. Didn't we speak today on the phone, or was that yesterday? I haven't been sleeping.
I don't think we talked yesterday or today on the phone.
I feel like in the past 48 hours we have. I'm pretty sure. I'd say I'm 90% sure.
I talked yesterday on the phone.
I'm the one not sleeping at all, but like I knew in the past day.
I was so stressed yesterday, and then you had to help me through stuff, which pissed me off because I hate your help. Because I have to be like, thank you. Like I have to be nice about it. It's like, damn it.
To quote my cousin Vinny, you know, you succeed and then you have to go to the person and say thank you.
Yeah.
What a fucking nightmare.
Exactly.
The Spy Who Dumped Me, more Mila Kunis fandom. I love Mila Kunis, don't get me wrong. I haven't seen that. I've almost watched it like 4 times though.
I almost watched something 4 times. Like,
I watch a lot of trailers. You know what I mean? Like I peruse Vudu and Netflix and all these things and Hulu.
Like it's Pornhub. I peruse.
I peruse. I watch. Why is that weird? Like, what the hell? Why is that weird? I peruse the options. If you don't like the word peruse, please.
It's just so funny. I've only ever heard it when it's like drugs and sex. I peruse hookers. Like,
what the fuck? No, I would say the opposite. Peruse feels so like proper. I would expect it to only be for like perusing the selection of wine this evening.
Peruse
like,
Pornhub.
Perusing Pornhub. The place that Trump thought he would be safe, only to get banned from there too, I'm sure.
Dude, he's banned from everywhere. Thank God.
I love that TikTok banned him. He like banned TikTok. TikTok was like, you know what? People want us. And we're gonna ban you. No, but going back to The Spy Who Dumped Me, Kate McKinnon's in it.
Yes.
And I think she's funny as hell. And I do like Mila Kunis, so I keep almost watching it. I get through like the first scene and then something always happens. I get bored or whatever. So that's a plus. It's campy, but okay. I might give it a try. You know.
I mean, yeah. I mean, well, I don't know if Bad Moms is considered campy, but it's one of those exaggerated, they do shit for laughs type of things.
It's comedy, right? Mila Kunis. What has Mila Kunis been good in? 3 more minutes. Nobody was good in Ted.
I liked Ted.
Yeah.
I like Mark Wahlberg. You don't like Mark Wahlberg?
It's not Marky Mark is like a toss up for me. There are things he's in that I'm like, oh, this was good for him. You know, this is the right film for him. And there's things he's in that I'm like, no.
Whoa,
but
like
what? So I don't. I have good examples I know I can think of, but for some reason I'm thinking of the Other Guys or whatever it was called. With
fucking love The Other Guys.
I'm
a peacock, Cap. You gotta let me fly. Like
he's got moments. I'm super picky about Will Ferrell. There's parts of that movie that are funny, but to me, it's like Stranger Than Fiction is Will Ferrell's.
No longer fucking friends. Talladega Nights, Blades of Glory, Other Guys. What the fuck?
You're literally
Step
picking the movies I don't like. Well,
Can we get a divorce?
we're only part-time friends anyway. You only part-time
No, I'm
love
done.
me
Like, I'm
anyhow.
officially done. Like, I don't even wanna
We've
be
just
part of it.
shifted to the other time.
Oh, Black Swan. Yeah, that was a good one. Black Swan was I was not ready for Black Swan. Like, that shit was, like, next
Oh,
level.
Black Swan is like an amazing movie, hands
Yeah.
down. It isn't. Yeah, it's next level. And if you've actually, you want to get super nerdy, if you've actually seen Black Swan the ballet, it's a layer on a layer, man.
Yeah.
It's parfait level.
Yep, it is. No, 100%. I have seen
Um,
Black Swan, the
she is
ballet as
good in
well.
that, not just because of the sexual scene between
Check,
Natalie Portman.
I don't think we could be friends. You don't fucking like Will Ferrell, and you're
I like
Abomination.
Stranger Things. Or
That's not Will
Stranger Than Fiction. What? Yeah, Stranger Than
Oh,
Fiction.
Stranger Than Fiction.
Good movie.
Can't
You know,
with you, Jack. Like, that's
there are times he's funny and there's I don't know, man. Whatever. Everybody's allowed to.
Transformers, other guys, Daddy's Home with Will Ferrell.
Not Daddy's Home. I was never watched. I'm not gonna lie. Didn't happen.
Jack is like, I don't even know you.
I can't even think of the movies I like Mark Wahlberg in right now, but I know I've seen him in things. Okay, you know what? Actually, good movie. Okay, that was a good movie. It was entertaining. Not good movie, entertaining. But so the thing about Mark Wahlberg is that's a good example. He's good in those action films, but he's also good in like so I do not like Michael Bay movies. First of all, let's just get this out of the way. I started a group called Go Away Michael Bay. Okay. So like like you're talking to a guy who
got real, bro.
don't like Michael Bay's like I don't like his movies. I'm like, wow, we're just blowing stuff up. We're just doing things without like there's no work to tell a good story or build characters. But oddly enough, one of the few Michael Bay movies where I was like watching it going, there's a lot of impressive things in this movie, acting being one of them. It's genuinely acting, great acting that surprises me at times was the Pain and Gain Michael Bay film with The Rock and Mark Wahlberg, and both of them were hilarious, and it was dark and it was awesome, and yeah.
I can't even with you right now. Like, what are you saying?
Didn't watch that one. I feel bad. Look. Not everybody has to like the things you like.
My friends do, because how else are we gonna be friends?
Friends are people who don't always agree with you.
That's not a thing. The Departed. Oh my god, he was in the fucking Departed. How do you not like The Departed?
Yes, good example. Great lines. Well, yeah, Martin Scorsese, like great filmmaker, versus Michael Bay. Like Michael Bay, hate me. I don't fucking care. I don't like the movies.
I'm not gonna say no. I'm not saying it because of Michael Bay. I'm saying it because of Mark Wahlberg. Like, I don't really give a shit about Michael
Boogie Nights
Bay.
is good filmmaking. You know what I mean? The Departed, very well done. And I think I would actually like to see that more of that type of character, the Martin Scorsese Departed character from
Boogie Nights.
I said that already.
Oh, sorry.
But
I'm like
so busy being mad at me.
I'm like distraught. Oh yes. It's The Great and Powerful. She was a great Wicked Witch.
On the screen like 10 minutes ago. What have you been drinking or not drinking? I forget. Are you like Bender? Is like you need to drink more?
I'm just like Bender if I'm not drinking. I'm not thinking. If I'm not drinking, I'm not thinking.
Everybody better like Futurama. That's all I have to say.
Shockingly, you like Futurama. It's actually something good. I can't believe you like something good.
Love great things. There's lots of great things I like.
Patriot Day, yeah.
Contraband.
The Fighter. Oh, The Italian Job, yes. Sean, this is why we talk every day because you're awesome.
Italian Job's fun. Italian Job's fun. It's a remake. It's fun. The Fighter, absolutely.
Don't try to get into our races now. Sean and I have deemed you unworthy.
Contraband.
Sean and I have deemed you unworthy.
Yeah, whatever.
Jack. Now every time somebody says Jack.
Whatever, man.
All right, go away, Jack.
So Mark Wahlberg, Star Wars. What else? Yeah, don't forget Shooter. We talked about Shooter. Shooter's good stuff.
Okay.
Not gonna watch the show. Not worthy of a show though. That doesn't translate. Sorry guys.
What show?
Shooter. There's a show called Shooter. So it picks up that
Oh,
it's not worth it.
oh, I
It's
didn't
got the
even know.
guy from Studio 54 way back in the day. It's the only thing
I
I can
didn't
think
even.
of that he was in.
I didn't even. Why do I have Wolverine written down here?
Why? Because it's the comic that I haven't been keeping up with. Okay, all right. I got a question for you. Wait. Speaking of Punisher, you can see that 2 of my boxes are Punisher. This whole wall, you guys can't see it, but there's like a whole wall to Punisher. I love
I wrote
Punisher comics.
Wolverine down to remind me of something, and I don't know what it
No, you
is.
did.
I
Move
legit
on.
did. You know what? Go. I
It's
hate you.
okay. So, question: what are your
Sir.
feelings about the debate over the Punisher skull? We can get real. We're gonna get serious.
I mean, it's being used improperly, so there's that.
Well, but the debate now, I guess, is people are saying, should Marvel change or like drop using the skull altogether, or stop putting out Punisher comics? That Marvel has slowed down on Punisher comics and isn't putting out really new ones apparently right now. And it was very much on they haven't like announced anything, but people have noticed in the past year that they're not pushing it. So what's your opinion? I'm curious.
I mean, I think they should, just because a bunch of jackasses decided to use it the wrong fucking way. Fuck them.
Yeah, I'm very like the Punisher skull and the Punisher comics. I think could just address this.
Yeah.
Put out an issue where he's at the Capitol and f's up some people who show up trying to break in.
Yeah, like, no.
Yeah,
Like, you know what your shit stands for. Why give it to them? Like, you're basically saying, oh, you took it from us? Damn, there's nothing we can do.
You
Take
can have
it.
it.
It's fine. No, fuck you. You took my shit. Give it back.
I think they should. I mean, there's got to be something they can do to copyright protect and sue and be like, if you're using it, like at least police forces, they could put something in there, I would think, and say, look, if you catch your cops wearing these, period.
Yeah, like,
Something.
I mean,
Like some kind of punishment.
I'm
It pisses me off.
If what is it that Lewis calls him? Agent Orange can be told that he can't use certain music for his campaigns and shit, 100% they can say, don't use my fucking skull of Punisher. Like, go find your own shit.
Yeah. It drives me nuts.
So then you're trying to, so you're playing both fields. You're trying to be like, oh, they used it incorrectly, but you can have it. It's okay. No, you don't play both fields. You upset, take that shit back.
It's enabling, right? Like you let them have it, then you're sort of saying like, we're kind of giving you a pass. Like we're kind of supporting you a little bit.
So you're playing both fields. Like, no, that's not how that works. If you pissed about it, be pissed about it.
I wish I had a recording of. I wish there was like a button I could push that just went, fuck that.
Yeah, I think it's utterly dumb that they're just like, I hate that they're using it, but they can have it though.
Well, I wanted to get your opinion on that. Take hold of their brand. Damn straight. Damn straight. Take control. Take control, dang it. It's Disney. It's Mickey. That little mouse, see how much fucking money that mouse has? He can do this.
Well, part of that is the whole statement that they sent out, and people are like, yeah, but oh, what's her name? What's her name for Mandalorian? MMA fighter.
Gina Carano.
Yeah.
Yeah. I met her once. She seemed nice.
But I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know. I think it was because she put a picture up of.
No. Like her social media, there's been ongoing. She's not anti-trans, but she is not flexible. She's not interested in the liberal community in general. She's a, you know.
The only thing I legit saw was that people were asking her to put her gender identification of her and she, and she was like, I don't want to. I shouldn't have to.
No, I think there have been other things where she's been very like.
That's the only thing I've seen.
No, there's other stuff. She's made some comments. I think there's been some leanings in her social media also to support some of the conspiracy things and because
she also put a picture up of Nazis, and one person not doing the salute and she circled that person and they were like,
Oh.
there's other ways of getting that message out. And she was just like, legit, I'm just showing that you can be different and
Right.
stand for your own thing. And they were like, yeah, but you could have used a different picture.
Well, that's a
So
very famous picture where it's like a whole crowd of people doing it, and there's one guy with his arms
yeah,
crossed.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and
what
it's
it is.
like,
And
you
people were
know
like, it could have used a different
I know that she's made comments on her, like, Twitter or something, and then when, a lot of press came along, she refused to take it down, and it pissed people off.
uh
Oh, wait, is she gone? Was she dismissed? Oh,
no,
Sean's got
they're
the inside
asking for
shit.
her firing
Oh,
and
okay.
John Favreau,
Lead to, gotcha.
um John
Favreau.
Ferrero Rocher is trying to save her is what the last thing I
Oh,
read.
really? I
Yeah.
mean, if maybe he's got big plans for that role and he really feels committed to it, or I don't know,
Well,
but
tell that bitch to get off of fucking social media. Like,
yeah.
say that shit to your mom. Don't say it to social media.
Everybody is tired of this shit, basically, at this point.
Yeah.
Be nice to see at least our entertainment, the thing that's supposed to help you relax, kinda like back up that mentality of we're all sick of it.
Yeah,
So,
100%.
but Mandalorian's the shit. I love it. I love it.
Same
It's so
Z's.
good. So good.
All
And
right,
it's
goodbye.
leading to good things, right? I'm
Done with you,
hoping for
Jack.
some spinoffs.
Let me close this show.
You know what? Wait, what's gonna be our close music here? What this one?
谢谢直播间的宝贝们，
Sean?
请关注一下。
That's not even music. Thank you for your input tonight. I appreciate it, bro.
Sean, I'll talk to you in like 5 minutes.
And then
Yes, he's my new BFF. I love him so much. He cheers me up throughout the day. I don't know if he knows, but Sean, you cheer me up throughout the day with all your. I may not be able to respond to a lot of it, but I do look at my day. So don't stop. Don't stop. Won't stop. So anyway, thank you guys for stopping by with the Jack Talk. That's what we're calling this, Jack Talk. I hope everybody had fun. The Instagram has changed. It's still the same Instagram, just the new name. It's the_breakdown_show. So go check it out. I'm doing fun facts, trivia, and verses. And I'm posting stuff. So that's fun. As always, oh yeah, go to our website because we have like newsletters and whatnot. Issueswithshow.com. And as always, I'll see you guys next Wednesday, hopefully. Love you guys. Bye, everyone.
hilarious. Nice. Thanks for